Welcome back, and I hope you learned a lot about holistic living and, the right coaches for you. And, before that particular clip, we did show you a word for the day, and that word was actually gridlock. And that meant, when in a situation of severe traffic or traffic congestion, and that is what it means. Now, to talk to us about, everything traffic, the signs, the economical impact, emotional management of traffic, who is responsible for all of this, whether it's road safety, road signs, and several things. We have in the studio the Corps Commander Olusegun Ogungbemide, and he is the Sector Commander for FRSC Lagos Sector Command. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on the show today.
It's a pleasure to have you, sir.
I'm happy to be with you.
Cool. Okay, so, when we talk...
supposed to do like Shonsa or something.
I return it.
Oh my God!
Every time we see the Federal Road Safety Corps, one thing that comes to mind, okay, these are the people who control traffic. They are responsible for just saying, okay, you stop, you go this way, you stop, you go this way. So when we talk about the Federal Road Safety Corps, who exactly is the body, and what are the responsibilities of the body?
Thank you very much. Federal Road Safety Corps is not just limited to control of traffic, physical control of traffic. By virtue of the Establishment Act of 2007, Federal Road Safety Corps was actually established in line with its vision to create a safe motoring environment for Nigerians. So for you to create a safe motoring environment, there are so many factors that goes with it. We talk of research, that is researching into the cause or causes of road traffic crashes for us to find solution to it. Okay. We talk of removal of obstruction from the road. We talk of rescue. We talk of motor vehicle administration. That's where we put an holistic posture in place to reduce road traffic crashes. Okay. That's where you talk of our intervention through driver's license, harmonization of driver's license, vehicle identification scheme, registration, driving school standardization, safe to load. You have so many concepts, all tending towards creating a safe motoring environment. Traffic control is the most insignificant of all our responsibilities.
Okay, sir. Okay,
so will you say that truly you've been able to create a safe motoring environment?
If you want to judge from where we are coming from, in 1988, when FRSC was established, February 18, prior to that year, Nigeria was rated as number 2 after Ethiopia as the most dangerous country to drive. And number 5 in the whole world with the highest rate of road traffic crashes. So having gone that far to where we are now in 33 years, you will agree with me that so many transformation has really happened. We might not be there yet, but
what's our rating now?
Pardon?
What's our rating now?
Well, as of today, Nigeria is the lead agency in traffic management in Africa.
Glory, hallelujah. Okay, sir, I'm going to be talking from the aspect of a very simple-minded Lagosian or Nigerian who is driving on the road.
Jejely.
And now you've talked about the fact that there's an aspect of driving school, which I'm not sure many Lagosians are. People just get cars and they learn how to drive, and they're on the road, they put the L sign, but that's not where I'm going to. What's the difference between FRSC, VIO, LATSMA, and even the police? Because sometimes you're on the road, it's as if they're asking for these very same things, and sometimes you get aggression from Nigerians because they're wondering, why are you asking me? It's not your job. It's not your job to ask me for my papers. It's not your job to tell me where to drive or what not to drive. It's not your job to ask me why I'm making calls. Even though they are they've offended, but they feel they have a right to say who is supposed to do what. So can normal, simple people who have not studied or done their research know the basic jobs of this body?
Well, if at this stage we still get confused about responsibility of agencies, it's either you are not interested or you just want to be a confused person. Because virtually on a daily basis, in the course of your, let me say, if actually you are a driver, in the course of your training, you must have been exposed to most of these functions. For a road safety officer or operative, I don't have any reason to demand for your vehicle papers.
Okay.
Except if I've been able to establish an offense being committed. You might not really know. Maybe as you are coming, you were making a call from afar and I've cited you.
Okay.
On citing me, you quickly drop the phone.
Yeah.
I park you because it's already an infraction.
Wow.
At that moment, you are going to walk. So the first thing that comes to my mind is, are you actually trained to be a driver?
Okay.
Because if actually you are trained to be a driver, you will have known
That
the
you should not
rudiment
be-
that is an offense for you to make call while driving.
while driving.
So I say, madam, may I have your driver's license, please?
Fantastic.
You see what prompted the request for
Yes, sir.
driver's license. And having established to you that I just cited you making a call while driving, which is an offense, and I'm going to book you for it, you have two options. Option one, make available your original papers in lieu of your vehicle. If you don't have your vehicle particulars or they are expired, I can't take it in lieu of the offense you have committed. I will
That's
now
another
impound
The
your vehicle.
Okay.
So you're having your vehicle's paper intact is to save you from embarrassment.
Original photocopy.
Originals, not photocopy.
How can I have the original inside my car?
It's like this.
I can't.
Wait.
I've been asked that several times. I'm just
Yes.
wondering.
You are just wondering. It's
But
because
it's better for me
it's
to
because
have my
you are,
original at home.
you are saying
have the
this.
photocopy in the
You
car.
are saying this because of the measure of insecurity in the country.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
In the absence of that,
You should have your
you
original.
should have your
in the
original
car.
papers with you. And that's the consideration FRSC actually gave.
Okay.
Okay. So there's
That we say,
consideration for that.
we give
They
you consideration.
insist.
Wait, we give you consideration on the ground that we know your original driver's license. Armed robber will not take your driver's license from you. You only keep your vehicle papers, original vehicle papers, because you feel if it's stolen along with your vehicle, you might not see the vehicle again, but not your driver's license. So a situation where you don't have your original driver's license with you, and you are not still having your original papers, what do you want me to do?
But what if a car is boggled? A car
Those
is
things are
boggled,
taken.
and I have the original driver's license in the car. What happens?
You
Well,
have
it's-
that's your original
The
driver's
original
license.
driver's
stolen.
license, because
You
when
can
you
always-
keep insisting that we should have original
you
driver's
can
license,
always
I
recover-
too will have thought that laminated version.
No, it's like this.
No, because I've had
Wait,
some
you are
infractions.
talking because you are a gentleman.
Yeah.
You are talking like this because there are two sides to the law. You are talking like this because you are a responsible gentleman.
Yeah.
There are some people, even without collecting anything from them, they will still come around and make their payments. Do you believe that? But can you judge a man by the expression on his face?
Not exactly.
A man will look at so gentle in suit like you, and he will tell the operative, I'm going to run over you. And you take him for granted, then you'll be playing with your own life.
Amazing.
So we don't judge with people's outlook and suit and the way you look these days. So we always go full-blown what the law says. But the law says when you don't want your vehicle to be impounded, you have to make provision for your vehicle papers. But FRSC has gone a step ahead because of the insecurity. No robber or whatever is interested in your driver's license. Even when your driver's license is stolen, the collateral damage is not as bad as when it's your original vehicle papers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we allow you to go with a photocopy. If I want to confirm if your vehicle papers are expired now, with your photocopy, I can easily confirm that.
Very true.
You understand?
They do
So
that on
with
the
your
road.
photocopies and your original driver's license, I'm okay.
Yeah, okay. But you know, you talked about some of these measures that are being instilled to ensure that there are minimal crashes on the road. Now, one of the majority of incidents that we've seen that cause a lot of accidents on our roads, either by the vehicle tankers or by people's private cars, are the fact that most of these people who drive these cars actually acquired their driver's license in one way or the other, not even going through the proper channel. Maybe somebody, like Sophie did say, someone goes to driving school. Now, to get a driver's license takes forever. So people would rather go to the agency and sort.
I just got
And sort and get
a
a
few
driver's
years ago.
license. So for a driver who did not get the driver's license, are you just judging every driver by the fact that he or she has a driver's license? Or are there other things to institute that this person has gone through the process of knowing how to drive and what, how to comport his or herself as a driver on the road with other citizens also plying that same road?
In making this country great, we all have to play our role.
Part, right?
It's my responsibility to get you the original driver's license. It's your responsibility to submit and subject yourself to the rudiment of getting that driver's
But in a
license.
case where the driving schools you're saying are not standardized by the government, and this person has actually gone to school, went to the driving school, and came out as a quackery, so whose responsibility is
You
that?
just said in a situation, and I
Yes.
just told you we have made effort to standardize the driving schools. If I tell you the criteria that are required for you to set up a driving school, in the past, it's never like that.
True.
You know, it's a revolution. It's a progressive one. We were not here where we are now, a few years back. And we just analyze it. What could be the cause of all these problems we are having? One of them was that people were not well trained. That's if actually they bothered to go to driving school at all.
Okay.
And those that were actually attending driving school, like you said, attended quack driving schools. So they came out half-baked, that you had somebody, where's your brake light? And he was standing in front of the car. He couldn't even show you where the brake light is. And he passed through driving school. That's why we standardize and say these are the requirements you must have before you set up a driving school.
Yeah.
But that's not the problem. That's not actually the issue. If I ask you now, do you have a driver's license?
Yes, sir.
How did you acquire your driver's license?
Okay, I went, registered, well, it took a while because I had the temporary one for like almost a year.
How did you get to the point of getting that temporary driver's license?
We're supposed to write exams for driving school.
It's a very simple procedure. If you are a fresh applicant,
Yes.
Okay.
you have to go through the driving school
Driving school.
Yes.
that gives 26-day syllabus. And after the driving school, the driving school will generate a code. Without that code, you cannot access the portal,
I had that.
which you were given a certificate. And on that certificate, you see the code. It's with that code you can generate. That's making the driving school attendance compulsory for you, that you have to go through it. Because without it, you cannot generate the code. So the code gives you the access
Yeah.
to the portal to get your application form filled. From there, you go to VIS for proficiency tests, where they will ask you if actually you learn well. But, you go outside the country. How come people feel more comfortable getting their driver's license here before traveling out?
Because it's way stressful. out
So
there.
why do we complain here?
It's way
It's
stressful.
because people will tell you, it takes me months. And if you fail,
And
you
they
still
fail,
go
they'll
back.
Go back again.
Yeah.
But when you come here, you want to cut corner, you want to say, oh, Nigerians are stressing me. We all know the truth.
Okay, sir, please, I want to ask, in road construction, which is the responsibility of the government that we've seen over the years, one of the major offenses that we see that people who ply the road or drivers of all sorts commit, maybe you didn't see the sign, you took one way,
Right.
you took the wrong U-turn,
almost as if they
or
were laying
you passed a certain traffic light. Who is responsible for actually ensuring that these traffic lights are properly placed? Because in some places, I'm telling you, I've been in a vehicle once and we went through a way and there was no
Traffic
sign. There was
lights
no
or
there
traffic
was
signs?
traffic
signs.
signs.
Okay.
No signage there to say, okay, this is one way. It was just there. And we just drove. At the end of we saw FRSC, officials, and they were like, this is one way. How do you expect me to know? There is no signage saying that this part is one-way traffic. This place, you can't go through here, you can't turn here. Who is responsible for these signages? Because these are common offenses that people are sometimes ignorant of in the first place.
Part of the offenses that are noted in FRSC offenses set out is failure to display road traffic signs at construction points. Those are the charges we give to contractors that fail to display road signs when they are doing construction. It's the responsibility of the contractor to do that. That's at the construction site. But on a regular traffic or routes, it's the responsibility of the state. That is, if it's a state road, that's under the control of Ministry of Works and Infrastructure. If it's a federal road, it's the responsibility of the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing to put all signs on those routes. Ours, we are just monitors. And where we notice that these signs are not visible, we also notify them. Because the reason why you've run foul of the rule is you are ignorant. And they say there's no ignorance in law. But you are very right. It's an outright injustice. They say where there are no rules, there are no offenses. But the rules are not there. The signages are not there. So if you commit it, you feel like being punished unjustly. So where we notice all this, somebody mentioned it yesterday in one program that I attended, and I said I'm going to take it up with the necessary authorities.
Sorry, let me ask you this, sir.
Sorry, sir, before you do ask your question,
Okay.
please, the phone lines are open for you to join the conversation. I know Nigerians are burning, especially in the issue of traffic and, committing offenses and who is responsible and what offenses are liable to be held and your cars impounded. The lines are open for you to ask, the Lagos Sector Command, yes,
As a follow-up to our question, there are, just like you did observe, there are some areas where there are no signs that tell someone that this is one way.
Yes.
And you just see some, whether police, whether FRSC, whether VIO, they'll just hide somewhere. They just hide somewhere waiting for you to commit that offense, knowing fully well that there is no sign that tells you that this is one way.
Or no visible sign.
Yeah, isn't it better for officers to even correct you and say, as you're about turning, oh, gentlemen, don't turn that way. Go and take the other way. This is one way. Than hiding somewhere and clamping you almost immediately.
Let me first correct this. Please, I will appreciate if you can exempt federal road safety operatives from this. Because the truth of the matter is you hardly see my men getting involved in such.
Wow.
Because by virtue...
I'll call you, sir.
Pardon?
The day I do, I will call
Say,
you.
please do.
Yeah, I don't think
Please
I've
do.
actually seen
You know this is
not
public
seen
now.
I said, please
The
do.
day I do,
I
I
said,
will call
please
you
do.
and I will now report it in
I
public.
said, please. No, why not?
Okay, sir.
Why not?
Yeah, he's responsible
Because
for the Lagos chapter.
if anything goes wrong,
Yes, sir.
as far as Lagos State is concerned,
You're
and it has to do
responsible.
with FRSC operatives, it's my responsibility to. I've been managing a series of embarrassing situations on social media, and I've gone virtually all out to say, you don't get justice on social media. It damages the psyche of the operatives and damages the institution. But we have the administrative process. You just brought up an issue. If you call me, your men are hiding somewhere, but justify it.
Okay.
Is it that they are walking, or they are laying ambush, or is
That's
the area. If actually it's ambush, there's no rule that says we are not tempting people. It's our responsibility to guide Lagosians. You just had the one that went viral recently. A woman that had, was at the peak of giving birth. How FRSC intervened.
That's
You also had the
commendable,
one
yeah.
that
Very,
came
very
up
commendable.
yesterday. One of the passengers called FRSC about the driver that was about to convey them to another destination, drunk to the maximum, and he called FRSC, and FRSC intervened and stopped that
Okay,
vehicle.
sir, sorry, sir. We actually have a call, and Shola is calling us. Hello, Shola. Welcome to the LXP morning flight.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning, Shola.
How are you?
I'm
Very well, thank you, sir.
Yes,
Okay, so
I would
go
like to
ahead.
contribute to what you are saying.
All right, sir.
Yes, good morning, sir, and thank you for what you are doing in Lagos State. What I just want to ask is, what's the work of the LATMA on the road? Because LATMA will check you are not using seatbelt, you are not do this. Instead of them, what I know, and my own knowledge is to control the traffic or whatever, but they are not doing it. That just behaving like a tout on the road. Is it right? Is it their work to check all those things or to arrest vehicles or to check driver license or what? Because I don't understand their work. Sorry, sir. That's why I'm not contribute. Thank you, sir,
Who
for.
only checks our driver
Yes,
license?
he's
question.
asking the same
No problem.
question, Sophie, that is it the responsibility of LASMA to arrest
But
people?
you've already established that based on the offense, this is the basic question they'll ask every offendee first to be sure that you're on the road. Maybe you should shed more light on
Okay, let me
what, what
just take it from
differences
this
are.
angle. Federal Road Safety Corps
Yes, sir.
is a federal agency on traffic management.
Okay.
LASMA is Lagos State Traffic Management Body.
Okay.
You can still have the local government's traffic management body because it's a
So the
concurrent, it's
FRSC
under the
is
concurrent
federal.
law, traffic
LASMA is
management.
for the
VIO.
Yes.
How about VIO?
VIO belongs to the states
Okay.
on issue of vehicle status, vehicle roadworthiness. It's an age-long law. You know, they've been playing their role. Lagos State, last mile is like in Western world now, when you talk of the local policeman, when an incident happened, the FBI will just get there as a federal agent is here.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's what operates.
sheriff.
And the traffic law of Lagos is different from FRSC traffic law. So the traffic law of Lagos guides the activities of LASMA.
Fantastic.
You understand? So under that traffic law of Lagos, they have every right in line with the traffic law, Lagos State traffic law, to ask. But the question is, what is the focus of all these efforts? What are we tending towards? If the rate of insecurity is all over now and they give all of us arms to start pursuing armed robbers and what have you, you guys will not complain because you feel more comfortable that there's security everywhere. But if you know the number of crashes that are being recorded every day, you appreciate that even with the road network and the volume of traffic in Lagos, have we finished solving the gridlocks in Lagos? Despite the FRSC, the VIO, the LASMA that we are talking about. Go to Apapa with all our efforts. How many vehicles that are not fit come into the society on daily basis? How many crises do we record? The most dangerous vehicle on the road today is tanker carrying
And we
fuel.
have a truckload
In the
here
whole world,
Apapa.
the most dangerous vehicle is tanker carrying fuel. And we have thousands of them coming into Lagos every day. We can never have
Okay,
enough.
I'm sorry, sir. We actually do have another caller. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the LXP Morning Flight. Hello, good morning. Hello? Please, we appreciate that you call us back if you can.
I think I can hear.
Can you hear me?
Of
Yes, we
course,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you. Good morning. Welcome
Your
to the
name
LXP
and where you're
Morning
calling
Flight.
from, please.
My name is Ambassador Dr. Oame Roy Ohijebe.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome, sir.
Good to have you, Ambassador.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to appreciate the Federal Road Safety Corps for the way they dress.
Right.
Their dressing is
Very
neat
always.
and professional.
Thank you very much.
So let me share my concern with this our esteemed Oga. Number one, when a traffic violation is observed and the driver tends to maneuver to escape, one concern I have is that in the course to maneuver to escape, there's usually loss of life of unfortunate persons that may stand on the road and all that. Is it not possible to just get the plate number of that vehicle? And by the time the man comes to renew his license, he's seen that it's not possible because he's a violator. Is it not possible to get the email of that license plate number owner and send him a mail that he should report to the nearest office because of a traffic violation. Is it not possible to get access to the account through the registration process and make the license invalid and block the account holder for that person to report himself with the vehicle to the nearest office? I know the challenges of synergy and the way to buttress ownership of responsibility by the road safety corps, because state governments have tried to create their own traffic officers to try to sideline the road safety corps. But because of your federal presence, you could begin to look at the possibility where your officers don't need to start dragging, steering, or jumping on vehicles, trying to take possession of the vehicle. Just get the plate number and ensure that that driver and that vehicle is brought to book.
Yeah.
I think it will save more lives.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
That was a very wonderful question and contribution. Those were the days of traditional approach to enforcement.
Right.
And I'm happy to tell you that FRSC have actually gone far beyond that.
Okay.
It is unfortunate that we do see some pockets of our operatives that they exhibit this overzealousness. I'll put it that way. Because you don't risk your life and the life of others in the course of trying to establish an offense. All the ones that you saw going viral, our men on bonnet, and all of them were investigated and sanctioned accordingly.
Wow.
Okay.
Because why must you kill yourself? We are not acting James Bond film. Yeah, what he just mentioned is what we have as a platform. We have a very robust database of all vehicles that are registered in Lagos, in Nigeria, if I may put it that way. Just pick the number, insert it, all the profile of the person will come out. I did it to somebody that drove dangerously with my official vehicle on Third Mainland Bridge one time. He did it and turned his face. It was deliberate because the flag was flying. They just cut in front of me and turned it. You know what they do? When they have offended, they will turn the other way.
Yeah.
I picked the number, I sent it to my desk officer, they gave me the profile, and I called it because your contact number will be there.
Right. Because they
Yes.
send you messages.
I called the person. I called the vehicle. I said, where is this vehicle? He said, yes, it's my vehicle. I said, where is it? He said, he took some people to Highland. As I'm talking to you, the vehicle drove dangerously. The man started pouring curses on his brother.
Courses.
Yes, he said,
Apparently
it's
his
my
brothers-
brother. He started, very unpleasant. He said, I'm very sorry, sir. I said, I got the message. I dropped the phone. Under a few minutes, the call entered the vehicle because it was still, we know Lagos traffic.
Yeah.
The vehicle was just beside me. The call entered the vehicle, and I saw the driver looking straight. He couldn't turn
Wow.
because the man called and called the man, one of the people, passengers in the vehicle, and started rebuking the brother.
Okay.
That's the magic of that database.
Data.
So why should we go that extent of, endangering the life of
being
other road
Superman.
users or being a super? You don't need it. And we've continued to sensitize our operatives that what is paramount. I can't say because I want to protect someone's life and cause problem. That's why we stop the issue of pursuing tankers on the highway. Because people say they are bad everywhere. Well, like a tanker that is loaded with 45,000 liters of fuel, and the driver, I don't know the state of mind, I will now make effort to stop him, and they will rather say they will die than for you to stop them.
Sadly.
And you know the hazard involved in a tanker falling.
Exploding.
Mod-
I want to say something. I must actually commend the FRSC because I think of all, this is my opinion and this is my experience with them. Of all the operatives, they are the most, I don't know, let's say sane, and not just like the way Ambassador said, decently dressed, always ask the right questions, and when you give them what they want, you're good to go. There's no need for, they're hardly familiarized actually. except for the right reasons, which I haven't. I'm talking about my personal opinion, so guys, don't come for me. My personal opinion with them. Now, what should people do? Like, what are the first things every sane driver should do not to offend the FRSC or not to offend the traffic laws? Whether there is congestion, whether there's gridlock, whether there's traffic or no, what are these basic tips for sane drivers? Yes.
We have close to 36 offenses
Okay.
in FRSC line. If you maybe I will advise you just walk towards getting one of the tickets.
All right.
Okay.
And look at the
Get one of the tickets.
yes. And look at the other sides. He got my message.
If you have not offended yet, if you have not offended yet, do like this.
Whoever get it up.
Hey, because when you're
Let me give you an experience. I entered a nursery school on Body Lawn one time, and we have about 30 pupils there, less than 6 years. I said, is there anybody here who has seen the mom taking him to school or her to school in the morning and make calls while driving? The 30 of them
they'll
raised.
stand up.
And that's the major offense we have in FRS
Oh
in
my
Lagos.
goodness.
Driving,
Don't
So,
make calls.
the
Calling
What
while
use
about
of
driving.
eating?
Pardon?
What about
eating
eating?
while driving.
That one is a distraction, but it's not
not an
covered by
offense.
it's
Offensive
not.
as-
It's we only advise you on that.
Or drinking.
You know, drinking, you can drink. You drink, but not when it's alcohol.
That's when there's a
I have
problem.
to stop you and test you.
Wow.
But if you're drinking water, well, that was
Yeah,
by the way.
okay.
It's not an issue.
Okay.
Your side mirror,
Side mirror,
inner mirror,
inner mirror,
your seat belt used.
seatbelts. I don't like
You don't like seatbelt, then you don't use Lagos road. Don't use Nigerian road. Some of you say, "Oh, I'm wearing white. I don't
Yeah.
want it to stain." That means you've not been using it.
I have.
Because if you
actually.
use it
This
regularly-
morning when I was coming, I used seatbelts.
But are you stained?
I'm not
Oh,
sleeping.
well, you don't make her while driving.
Okay.
You check your tires.
The tires.
So if you
You,
don't check your tires, an offense.
if
What
your
if your
tires
tires
are
don't burst on
worn
the road?
out.
Is that what you
the tires are
No,
worn out.
wait. If your tires are worn out, it's an offense.
Oh, girl.
Wow.
Worn out is an offense now. Are you still doubting that?
No,
How
sir.
can?
To the extent that some the
offense.
threads will be coming
No,
out.
that is
Okay.
irresponsibility.
You understand the lightning systems are not working. You know, we
your
even
lights.
we soften on that area. When you know in those days you might pull out, you check in the morning the lights were there in the course of movement within the town, the filaments but not when the casing is outrightly out.
Oh,
And you say I should give you understanding.
Okay.
Or the casing is there's no bulb. So that one, the headlamp,
Oh my goodness.
because you might be forced
So you
to
must be
move at
responsible
night.
to the car.
You must be. That's why we have the first parade. When you wake up in the morning, you check your vehicle before you pull out the fuel, the water, the horn. You press it. Can you survive driving in Lagos without horn? We tried it 1 year. I think under Barrister Fashola, a day without horn.
Yeah.
And it's like people were.
Then the next day, you need to see her.
But at the same time,
What
the
happens
assault
outside
through the
country?
horn.
It happens
Hey,
outside the
wait,
country.
have you not heard it? That some people return to the country to exhibit the madness they can't express there. That someone say, I'm back, you can't punish me outside
In
and
my
still punish me in my
fatherland."
fatherland. Is it by being responsible that you express yourself in your fatherland? Or by taking us to where we are coming from, say, that is the standard that operates there. That's what we want here.
Because Nigerians, when they want to say hello, they horn. When they want to say bye-bye, they horn. When they see somebody they know, they horn.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't know the implication on the health of people. Somebody in the hospital, when he hears that horn,
Okay.
someone even sick in the vehicle. I was almost sick every day when I was Lagos Island Unit Commander.
Wow.
Every day, because I never knew, then I was driving myself. I never knew what I inhaled
impact.
on daily basis was actually affecting my health. And that's what is affecting so many Lagosians today. What you inhale, or the atmosphere that is already polluted, the stress, people will just stand behind steering and they are gone. But people think they are having fun. In those days, when you say someone is a Lagos driver, he's giving you Lagos, it's irresponsibility.
Hey.
Because Lagos driving should be decent. Lagos driving should be, there's gridlock. There's not all over the world there's gridlock. Managing the gridlock is everybody stays in response. Not few minutes you beat the traffic, you enter someone's lane, you go against the traffic.
Talking about gridlock, sir, the Apapa gridlock is perennial.
It's been there for many years.
Yes.
It seems it's one thing
That
that
will
can
never
never
be
change.
solved.
The state government has gotten involved. Federal government has gotten involved. Everybody has gotten involved. It's a recurring decimal.
Yes. There's no miracle to a situation that's quite overwhelming other than for us to sit down and do an all-encompassing approach.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
If I tell you that the FRSC will go there to solve the problem, it will never be solved. The governor of Lagos State, Mr. Governor, just took it over. And I know the effort he has put in the last few weeks, and we are getting results. Because it's not just one person approach. The Nigerian port authorities are involved. All the association of truckers are involved. Nigerian police, FRSC, and LASMA, that's Ministry of Transport. We are all involved because it's beyond traffic movements. What happens to content within the MPA? Because when the inside is choked, that's the outflow you see. And the roads too is under construction. So we are all putting all the effort in now to find a solution to it. And I know we are going to get there very soon. Because for Mr. Governor to say my number one priority in a 6-point agenda is traffic management and transportation, you should know there is a priority.
You should.
Yeah.
This is Lagos. Okay, fine,
Really,
sorry.
thank you so much, sir, for coming.
Sorry,
We are
sorry.
really out of
Traffic
time.
congestion.
Schedule.
What
We
causes
are
traffic
out of
congestion
time.
in like 1 minute?
What was?
Traffic congestion.
The cause of traffic congestion in a place,
Major.
in a place like Lagos is the traffic volume.
Cars.
You
Maybe
can't
we should
wish
use
that one
bicycles.
out.
Sophie, you start, right?
Bicycles.
Thank you, sir.
But really,
Well,
thank you so much,
thank
sir,
you
for
so
coming
much.
on the show. We are
Very
grateful.
insightful.
You've enlightened us, and like you said, we're not advising any of our viewers to get a ticket first to know the 36 rules. We are just saying, look, the basic one.
No,
Printed.
it was
Like, can
being
we buy it?
sarcastic.
It's just like you rightly said.
Let's
But
buy- like,
we
let it be out.
do sensitize members of the public.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, on the
Very
various
important.
offenses.
Okay.
And I think I have to, reinvigorate it
Please
so
do,
that
sir.
more
We don't mind
members
having
of
it
the
here. We
We
public.
don't
can play
mind
it for our
having it here.
people.
We can play it for our
Why
viewers.
I will do that.
All right.
Okay, I can come and record you and you say these
Please.
things. I'll come and play it.
Yes, I will do that.
Fantastic.
Yes,
Well
so we're looking forward to putting, so you all know wherever you are that you're driving all around the country, you know what you should not do because we do not want you to get a ticket. Thank you for enlightening us. And like you said, we commend the Federal Road Safety Corps for all that they are doing in
Especially
ensuring
the Lagos chapter.
traffic management, and, whether it's
brilliant.
emotional and psychological, is being managed to a good extent. Thank you so much, sir, for your work in the country. We are really appreciating your efforts. Okay, so we'll take our trending stories again, and when we come back, there is still so much more to talk about here on the LXP Morning Flight. Don't miss it.